start streaming. Can you hear me now? Is it streaming now? Can you hear me now? And see me? Let's get started. Can you hear me, Bart? I hope you can. Let me know. I am having... So now you can hear me. Okay. No, Ali Day, no. The others can. Can I assume that also see? That's good. Hold on. I need to quickly somehow I wanna all good here. Okay. Actually I have no plan for today. I wanna keep it quite open and like multi-directional. Let me tell me what you wanna know, or where I should go into. Good evening, Robin. Welcome everyone. Sorry for the delay, and something I really need to apologize for was today in the morning I woke up, I opened YouTube and I thought I'm streaming, but I wasn't streaming. Thing is I mixed up AM and PM when I set up the event on the YouTube. I think it's called Creator something, on this tool from YouTube. And I got it wrong. Sorry for all those who have been trying to see and hear me 12 hours ago. I really apologize for that. Bart, okay. So while everyone is joining, I will repeat it over and over again. Today is, we can dig into content you propose, okay? So I will just follow the chat and pick the questions and we try to figure out something. So the first question I see from Bart, 2 markets for XRP. I've been asked that in various social media, so to speak. And did you know that you can open Twitter on a desktop? When you open mobile Twitter, you get the same interface as you have on your smartphone. And I really appreciate that. On the desktop version I usually had created moments, but moments are not available on mobile. But on mobile I have my bookmarks. And coming back to Bart's question, I want to show you, there was a guy, I think he's called Joe Backup Bradley, I think he's Average Joe Investor. He was asking Brad Garlinghouse and Dilly Brow basically about retailing out or phasing out the retail market. And the answer from Dilly Brow said, liquidity is an ocean with fish large and small. Many varieties needed for an ecosystem to thrive and grow. Yes? So I assume no. And Bart, I will, if here, remember this one? I've showed that one in other videos already. Any market, the thing you're selling and buying there can only have value if it's publicly accepted. So if the XRP market were just between the banks, there literally wouldn't be any value, because they could basically send an email and that's it. So no, I don't think there will be two markets. However, Bart, there will always be OTC. Regarding OTC, I have seen, I think in a tweet recently, someone asking or basically stating that he's kind of wondering why OTC doesn't affect the market, the price of XRP. I think it will over time, because from somewhere that XRP has to come. Could be that this year or in the past few months OTC was mostly bought from Ripple directly, and they might have sold at the current price. But there is other OTC possibilities in the future, like when someone holds 1 billion XRP or wants to hold 1 billion XRP, he gives someone the task to buy all those XRP, and then that company doing that job for them will go for a month or so and grab all the XRP until they have 1 billion. I hope, Bart, that answers your question. No, there won't be two prices, I'm pretty sure about that. Ryman Scott, do you think Bearable Guy returning is a sign? I think so. This whole Bearable Guy 123, 123 Decoder, Ripple Riddler and all those other Riddlers, I've been thinking quite a lot about them, and here's what I think. I think we shouldn't rely on them, like telling us this and that will happen. But it should get us interested, it should help us do our own research, and that's what I did. My kind of incubator or virus was the Bearable Guy 123 Decoder. I stumbled across his videos, and most of his riddles I couldn't solve, so I started doing my own research, trying to be able to resolve, and yet many of his videos were like loose-ended, nothing really. In not one of them I could really say, well, this is what he wanted to tell us. But then after like 15 videos or so, I kind of got at least one part of the overall picture, which was the faster payments task force in the US, and that's what basically started me doing my research. And during that research I stumbled across, let me show that to you, I stumbled across this document from, I hope I find it, let me adjust it. I stumbled across that one. Some of you might know that picture I'm bringing up now from my video regarding the superhighway theory. Okay, so, and basically, yeah, that's what got me started my research. I think, and I still think, the superhighway will be coming, like literally hundreds if not thousands of banks most likely are technically equipped for the Ripple network, so to speak. However, now I'm coming back to those Riddlers and Bearable Guys, etc. The Decoder has stated it several times. There could be delays of some sort if something is not ready yet. But he gave at least me the impression that Ripple and the whole ecosystem, all the banks, they're working on that because they wanna get that to work. So coming back to the question of Raymond, I think this kind of excuses of being a fraud and stuff from video guy, XRP video guy, and the Decoder and the Riddler and everything, to me sounds quite fishy. And I could post that link in the description of that live channel after I have been sent by a woman, I think on Twitter, a recording of that last message from Bearable Guy, the Decoder. And in that video you see, I think it's CKJ Crypto News something, whatever, one of those YouTubers, and some text in front, and the text is really weird. Like, if you had never followed the Decoder, you would think he's like a 70-year-old guy, and really he excused for stuff he never really said. He said it was a lie when I told you I was working for Ripple. I have never come across a statement from him that he is working for Ripple. But this is actually something I wanna have discussed with you guys, because I think I have proof that he actually is working for Ripple. But let's take that maybe later on. So I think the return of the real Bearable Guy is kind of a good sign in terms of keeping us motivated. Please hodl, don't sell. I think there may be delays. I'm still bullish on end of year 2018. I still think the possibility that we get to way higher prices is there. Could be that there are some delays for whatever reason, but it will not be years as many propose. It will maybe be a few weeks delay, somewhere middle of January, beginning of February or so, but it will come. Of that I have still no doubt. Lawrence, I hope I answered your question with that as well. Then let me go on. Will there be any upward trend on Monday? Hensky, I don't know. I literally have no idea when the price will surge. My feeling is that they're right now kind of keeping the price stable. Maybe could actually even be testing out the Shane Ellis theory, if they can keep the price more or less stable. I still believe it will shoot, and when it shoots, it will shoot that the chart will not be long enough, like the whole year will be a flat line compared. Kung Fu Christmas, my research was basically focused on that superhighway, this picture here. That was basically, I have stumbled across it, I think in a chat, in a forum, XRP chat or something, but no source. And then after like days of searching, I stumbled across a webcast from a company called Ellis, and Ellis is a daughter company, I don't know if that's the proper word, from NTT Data, quite a big player in the IT market, and they had a webcast basically showing that presentation you're seeing now. and Ellis is a system integrator, and I work in IT, and in IT system integrators are basically what help software producers distribute their products. And then I thought, man, why didn't I have that idea early on already? And then I went digging in and started trying to figure out what more partnerships. I wasn't interested in partnerships with banks at that time. I was more interested in with which system integrators, and later on came those gateway providers like Blue Cell, dLocal, and others into the game. Temenos basically is kind of like a mixture between gateway and system integrator. I think that the system integrator there would be more like the mother company, Deloitte, but the technology comes from Temenos anyway. That's how I would basically describe it. H.E. Bogan, no opinion of price, sorry about that. Hello to France and Canada. Hello Mike, public must participate. Yes, Kung Fu. Kung Fu Christmas posted, I think it was on my YouTube channel. Let us check. I basically would like you guys who are interested in his comment. He wrote basically a short and a long one. If I can open it. My machine is a bit slow. I'm assuming it's due to streaming, so my channel. And then since I think I have 1,000 subscribers, it opened. It's really slow, really slow. It opened a possibility called community, and in that community I put some posts. I don't know if you can post, at least you can answer, and I think it was Kung Fu. Genau, here are his two. Please read those two. That's basically how I interpret what's going on. It's basically, the short version is below here, I think. No, that's the short version, and that's the long version, and it kind of summarizes basically how I see the current situation. Richard Jane Ellis said you will always be able to sell. Yes, you will. You will not be able to sell at the current price. Maybe you will, if the price is on 500, you may need to go down half a dollar or a dollar. But I think at $500 that's not really worth bothering anymore. Why don't they start utility butterfly trader? That's an interesting question. I don't know. I've been following a Telegram group for Love for Crypto, and there is a guy in there, Simon. He seems to have been investigating and researching Ripple for years now, and he has really some deep knowledge. And according to him, there was one or two things missing about 2-3 weeks back, and I think his last statement is basically they're ready. So we do not know what we're waiting for. This one of these last pieces, that was actually something really interesting he mentioned. Remember, Ripple has the escrow XRP, and there have been quite some rumors going around that. Rumors in the way that banks would not really like it when Ripple themselves could decide to whom and at which price those XRP from escrow would go. Incidentally, on the XRP ledger you can create a wallet or a private, as an address with multi-signature. Think of it like a door with 5 locks, or I don't know if there's a limit on those available locks for that door, but that's basically how I could explain it to you so you may understand it. In order to be able to open the door, you need to open 3 of those locks, okay? Any 3 would do. So whatever 3 of those locks, whenever 3 of those 5 locks would open, you could send from that particular address XRP out. And I think that was those different kind of keys or passwords to those private keys in order to open the lock were given to those banks in the payment consortium, which kind of controls the regulatory framework for RippleNet. And that way they could kind of sit together and say, okay, those XRP go to R3 or go to whomever other, and at which price. And coming back to the question, when do they start? I don't know. I think they're ready. It could be really any time. Again, Kung Fu Christmas, Samuel, it came to people for some. Okay, that I don't know. I think this comment in the chat from Kung Fu refers to his comment we're seeing here. I have to read it again. Raymond, thank you. Actually, Raymond, you kind of thank me for the... Now I lost you. For the figures I'm providing. I was talking to my wife today and told her, do my followers just follow me because I think about high figures, or do they actually apply their own logic and kind of try to confirm? Please, I sincerely hope you're not just like dropping your jaw about the figures I propose. Go figure, play around with those figures. I have put all those PDFs out. I've put a link to the XRP balance calculator. Apply your own figures and give me feedback if you think what I'm telling with those figures makes actually any sense. But while we're talking about that, I think I may be off, I don't know, 50% or 70%, but even then we're still in the area of $1,000 or more. And the interesting thing, I have 4 kind of angles I have tried to tackle those figures. Let's quickly look at them. David Schwartz, he has tweeted in several tweets. Maybe I can bring up one of his tweets. Let me go to my bookmarks again. So where is David Schwartz? So here he writes about that price correlates with liquidity. Basically, there was a tweet where he basically stated that low value here settling, can you see, settling high volume, low value payments, for example, is completely doable with today's liquidity. Yeah, I'm also your friend, Siri. Okay, now quest coming back. Now, what is low value? Think about 10,000. Okay, 10,000 could be low value. I have been showing in another video, please forgive me that I need the calculator, that easily in European area, like every 3 seconds at least 150 million payment is being made. Okay, now if we divide that by 10,000, like this low value upper limit, then we still arrive at 5,000. So based on that angle I come to 5,000. I have shown in another video the XRP balance where, okay, obviously I applied my figures, but even if you put other, I've been playing around with the XRP balance, and even from that angle it showed that 5,000 is not totally out of the world. Then Shane Ellis, sell walls. I have explained and I think even shown screenshots, and actually it's those sell walls are visible again, but they're not as big as they used to be. Let's take a quick look. US dollar XRP, and then we need to scroll down a little bit. For about 3 or 4 weeks those walls haven't been visible. But now, did I click? Let's check. You can see that the book, okay. So that's the second last but one page. So there have been here in that area 90, 92, 93, 95. Now it's 8,000 XRP being sold. It's a bit less than it used to be. It used to be 10 packages of 10,000. So that, from that angle, it would be proven that we end up at more than 5,000. And then some of you who follow me a bit longer on my own liquidity requirements, where I've made those assumptions that everyone wants to make profit between 5 and 15% or so, that people would hold their XRP for a certain time. There I also easily arrived minimum at $5,000. So, but really, coming back to the point, challenge me. I really, until now, no one did really challenge me. Thank you, Raymond. That was about your feedback. The stimuli, okay. Any goes crypto, thanks. That's what I want. Do your own research and confirm. You can also criticize me if it's with respect. Huh? I have received some criticism, just bullshit. When I ask for arguments, bullshit. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, Bearable Guy we touched upon. The letter is phony. That's from Richard. Yes, Butterfly Trader, I still am very bullish on over 500 by the end of the year. And if not by the end of the year, certainly, I always say soon. I don't know how soon. I'm still bullish that it'll happen this year. It will be soon, of that I'm pretty sure. There's others who believe it will be this year. Kontrollierte Adoption. Nehat, no, nein. I quickly switched to German. Nein, Nehat, ich glaube nicht, dass es da kontrollierte Adoption geht. Nehat proposed to me today, I think in the community I showed before on this platform where you can give me comments without particular reference to a certain video. He wrote to me, he thinks that there may be a controlled adoption plan by Ripple to, in steps, increase the price from 5 to 10 to 20, 50, 100 or so dollars, but that he wouldn't see price rise to 500 or whatever in the next 2-3 years. He was more thinking about 5 years. I don't think so. I think that would be way too complicated, because then the banks would never really know, can I now send this payment over RippleNet, or do I still need to use Swift? It would be a pain of the ass. They wouldn't be able to pull back their Nostro account money, and that's what this whole thing is about, to liquidate the Nostro account. So I could imagine that we will see some steps, like 2, 3, 4 maybe, 10, 50, 100, 500, $5,000, something like that. But it will not happen in years, it will happen in days, maybe weeks. Something like that is totally possible. But the system, remember that, wants to get rid of Nostro money. And that will only be possible if they can have a bank on RippleNet wants to be able to do everything on RippleNet and not just partially. Kung Fu Christmas, not you're quite active today. There has been quite some interesting movements on the XRP ledger, like in the past few days, usually for a few seconds, that I hope you guys know that page, A Living Ledger. It's actually quite nice illustration of the transactions. Now it may be a bit slower because I'm streaming. Anyway, once you have it running a while, you see certain kind of like hub nodes develop. And when you click one of those nodes, then you usually get, now it doesn't work, but normally when you click it, then you get the address here, and then you can click explore address on BitHump, and then you can on BitHump do more research. However, I want to clear that, because that's not what I wanted to show. I wanted to show the transactions per second. So basically this figure here, these 5.1 transactions per second. In the recent days there have been quite some people reporting that sometimes for a second or so the TPS jumped to 100, to 50 or 100. Okay. On other terms, there have been really weird numbers being reported from Ledger Nano users, that they have been seeing prices per XRP around, I don't know, 7,500 or something. And there has been this glitch, I think it was on World Coin Index, if I remember properly, where basically XRP was listed with a price of $7. And many people, oh wow, what's that? And then, like after a few minutes on Twitter, it turned out that it was back. I had checked it as well, like 5 coins I checked, and each of the 5 coins was listed by a factor, I think it was around 22 high. Weird, could be signs that we're kind of really ready. But regulation regarding for the banks, I believe, and I will make a note, put video from Patrick Griffin, I guess is his name. Now I lost my SEC. It's two. I see it two ways. SEC, which is needed in US to if XRP is a security or not. That's one thing that could be important for XRP to be used in US, but because anyway already now exchanges are by like offering XRP, I really don't think it's that much of a problem. But for sure it will bring more regulatory clarity. However, the other much bigger thing is regulations for banks themselves to be able to hold XRP. That's for me, I call that internally, like for me internally, phase 2. Because there will come a time when banks will want to hold XRP themselves, and for that regulatory clarity is needed. Until then, I propose you after the live stream is finished, and I put all the links in the description. You check this video from Patrick Griffin. There he states quite clearly RippleNet is infrastructure and thus doesn't need regulation. Okay, now it jumped here. Let me okay, that we had. No, I don't even beers. No, I don't care who Bearable Guy and the Riddlers are. Really, I don't care. Lewis Walton, yes, I still be a major believer in the Shane Ellis theory. Even now faster. I'm sorry, I cannot know. I read on Twitter, for example. Bart, your question regarding Binance, I honestly don't know. Samuel, thank you. I think I do have some capacity in here. But I really want you to challenge me. I mean, really try to think about those things I tell yourself, and if you have questions, ask me. So far, I basically could kind of nullify all counter arguments, but doesn't mean that there aren't any valid counter arguments. John Doe, well, that's your belief. Many believe we don't. I mean, I just recall the tweet from David Schwartz. Low value, high volume is currently possible at the current price, and high value is not possible, and high value goes to over 100 millions, I'm pretty sure. And for me, just that relation tells me that we will need a factor of 10,000 from today. So, but everyone to its own. With a couple of dollars is fine enough for me this year as well, but in the long run I'm pretty sure it'll go way higher. I'm scrolling now through the chat a little bit. If you really want me to, if I miss something and you really want an answer, then you write the ampersand @ Michael, or I think then it will make my name some yellowish, so I really see that. Richard, yes, I'm still bullish. I don't know what will happen, but I'm still bullish. I will cover that again. If you ask me if I'm still bullish about the 500, yes. 15 minutes is all we need, and there's a lot of 15 minutes left until the end of the year. Your stream is lagging. that could be, I don't know, lagging badly. Maybe I close my some windows. Is it better now? Is it better now? Are there any more questions? Basically, regarding coming back to this Bearable guy and Riddler stuff, I will put also links to a document I have collected, basically, and I've gone through all the Bearable guy 1 to 3 decoder videos for, I don't know, 5 to 10 times. Like, I opened every comment and went down to search for answers from him on questions from the people. It was like days I spent on that. And the most important comments I have collected together in a PDF in one of my early videos, but I will put the link in the description of this live stream again, together with other links. And I strongly urge you, go and read that document. This stupid excuse from Bearable guy 1 to 3 decoder just before he deleted basically his channel, it's fake. Okay, and now I think it would be a good moment to bring back the they would not they would not answer me. I tried on Miguel Villas with a few tweets, but forget about it, they would never do something like that. Shadi, not within 24 hours, within 15 minutes. That's my strong belief. 15 minutes. What's the supply for the XRP balance calculator, whatever? Come for Christmas, I think the 2 billion. 11 billion potentially, but I mean, all of you guys here, everyone who has, I say, more than let's assume it goes to $500. 90% of you people listening me now, you may cash out a few hundred or maybe 1,000 or so, but the rest you would just leave there because you know it will increase in price. So the circulating supply will be scarce. I really don't think it's 11 billion. Really don't think. And then there's this guy, I cannot pronounce his name. Germany, France, maybe, I don't know. Hutgefer. I think it's possible this year. Mike KM, check my video. Let me anyway try to open my channel again. I have put several videos regarding Shane Ellis theory, and actually I will make a note here, put links to Shane Ellis theory and liquidity. Let me do it like that. I will put those links into the description of today's live stream, and then you check it there. It's basically all explained. You see, there will be a PDF. I will explain the PDF, and then there is 2-3 more videos where I try to elaborate a little bit. Richard, everyone, it's my opinion. I may be wrong. I don't wanna I am not telling I'm right, okay? But I mean, this 589 from Berber guy has always been a figure. Cannot believe it. My investment target was like between $100 and $200 end of 2020. So this 589 was like, no way we will go there this year. And then like all year long the curve was going down. And then this Shane Ellis popped up and then boom. It was like delivered to me on a plate. I just needed to eat from it. And it was so crystal clear to me. I still have no doubt. Maybe it happens in the first week of January, but I'm 100% sure it'll happen that fast. Really. I won't budge. Yes, John Doe, that was your argument regarding the buy and sell walls. That was explained by Shane Ellis, and that's basically one of the reasons why only potent, I think it's called like that, exchanges are preferred X-Rapid partner exchanges, like exchanges where really there is money behind. And yes, I think they will be able to maintain that. Liam, yes, price will hold thanks to these walls. I explained that in another video. I have to rethink again. The buy wall is pushing price actually you can look it up on Bittrex on this order books. Sorry, I don't remember. I would have to look it up. I think the selling price increase. So the sell wall puts a pressure downwards for the price, and the buy wall puts a pressure up. So if you want to buy, you will have to pay more. If you want to sell, you will have to receive less, and this will balance out. So the price will be more or less stable. I think, coming back to some of your comments regarding corridors, that guy from this Telegram group, Love for Crypto, Simon, the way he explains the whole Ripple net, it's like a nuclear reactor. It's very complicated to get it started because high value transfers require high price. High price to be able to sustain requires high volume, and that's a complicated system with so many players, exchanges, market makers, banks and everything. They need to get that ready. But once it starts and it's running, it'll be literally kind of impossible to move the price and to do anything. And because it's so complicated, the whole world, Richard, is important to participate. All corridors, we have seen like exchanges popping up in almost all, maybe not in the total little corridors, but at least in every medium important corridor. Even in South America, I think we have 2 exchanges in Brazil, which will take care of the whole area in South America. Shane Ellis was a guy he commented on a guy from, I think, Rob Arts, and he put out the theory how this price increase will happen. He used to work for UK government. And yes, someone mentioned that Shane had to go, and it was interesting. These comments were there for, I don't know, maybe a week or so, and luckily I made screenshots from all those comments from Shane, put together a PDF, and I will put the link onto that live stream video again, so please check it out. And basically the theory is the resulting price of XRP, one of the factors, will actually be the ask order book of a particular exchange, because that's where the XRP will be bought, and it's all explained in that PDF, and I will put some other links where I try to explain it. Now let me come back to that question, but I touched upon initially. This Bearable Guy 123 Decoder, I think I have almost 100% proof that he is a Ripple employee, or at least very close to a Ripple employee. Why? He had once a video put up with a picture of his team, and I made a screenshot of that picture. And about 3 months ago, David Schwartz tweeted that or at least in the same 5 minutes, taken picture from the very same group of people. And basically by publishing that, I think I could kind of increase confidence in the community. But on the other hand, there must have been a reason why he deleted and did his really fake excuse, and so my inclination is I rather don't share that information, and I hope you all agree and you just believe me that I have that screenshot from that video he took, and that I know about which tweet I'm talking from David Schwartz. I hope that's okay with you. Yes, Kung Fu Christmas, all corridors are needed for that nuclear. Once that nuclear reactor starts, it'll be like almost impossible to stop. John and John, please stop. Don't fight who is more noob or newbie or whatever. It's really not important. That's something I hate about Twitter. There's like these two groups, the believers and the non-believers of 589. And it's really stupid. If you don't believe, go on, switch channel. Disregard it, but why need to start fighting who knows more? And that's so childish. There are people who buy BMW cars and others buy Audis or Mercedes. They will never buy from the other group. Why? We don't know. It's about the same quality. Everything is rather similar. If you would tell them, they would start fighting about it. It's really not worth. It's not worth. Stop fighting, please. I don't want to fight. You can ask me questions, your two Johns, John Tarrant and John Doe. I will try to answer all those questions I'm getting. And I would try to reiterate, please use this community, I think, tab it's called on YouTube, to send me general questions which are not related to a particular video. I will once in a while give you some motivational link there, whatever. Yes, that's what I think, Kung Fu. I don't think it's needed to be published. And watch my motivational speech. I will put that link. I have some favorite videos. Link to Internet of Value and Motivational Speech. I made one video, I think it was last week or so, because I realized that people went kind of crazy because the price was again dropping. Makes me crazy as well, but I still believe that we can reach $500 very soon, and I'm still bullish it'll happen this year. Anyway, in that video I just displayed a quote from a guy, I don't even remember who it was, but it was going roughly like that: if you believe in something, in an investment you're doing, just think about investing in Amazon or Google 20 years ago. If you had told me I'm investing in a search machine on the internet, are you kidding? With what will they be doing money? And now it's one of the best doing companies in the world. And you will be laughed at, you will be ridiculed, you will be bullied, you will be mocked. Forget about that. It's really not, it's about the end goal, Internet of Value. RippleNet will increase over the next 5 to 10 years the global standard of living by magnitudes. Let that sink in deep. Let that sink deep in, or something he's usually saying. And with that, I think I will close now. I think we covered most of the important questions, and I am giving you 10 seconds to